Kevin won't be on this meeting. He has a conflicting meeting, but I'm aware of all his stuff that he's working on, and then he's helping to support Anna as far as some work. She's working on the UC Davis project, and then at the end, we'll always talk about what we need from a tech support standpoint, and go from there. So, Jeffrey, I'm going through my screen. You're at the top. So I know that you're working supposedly for a couple of days to help out the Midwest on John Ellington's project. Is that happening?
Yeah, I was working on that one actually. I'm gonna jump on the Chaffee DSA comments and the third-party comments on that today.
Okay, sounds good. And then tomorrow, I'm assuming so. Mario, I think he's got it squared away. This is the whole thing about not having the existing structural drawings on that Cisco project. Are you doing that site visit tomorrow?
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll send you an appointment later in the afternoon when I'm back, and I'll just go over at least a couple of projects. Are you familiar with panelized systems as far as the warehouse type with the girders, purlins, joists?
No.
Okay, so I'll show you a set, and then what I'm hoping is that it's not open web joist, and so I thought I'd give you at least an idea, and we'll kind of talk about what you should be looking for when you're there, and I want you to also go to the roof just to kind of see what kind of equipment they have and where they're locating it, just to get a feel for that too. So we'll talk about scope on the site visit this afternoon, and then I don't know when it's going to start, but you also got that Kim Stone USC. Not a big job, but at some point I'm thinking that's going to start creating a little bit of work for you too, and Ethan keeps on writing proposals for other things too. So. And Ethan keeps on being grabbed for Midwest work. So I think still in the near term, Ethan's still going to be working probably more on the Midwest and some of the stuff in Washington D.C. and then that is it San Bernardino project? Yep. So you're going to be busy for the next while. Yep. Then going here in the middle now, Daryl. I think your effort still has been a lot of intuitive. Are you able to get to that carbon project yet?
Yeah, we have a meeting today. We're just finalizing the more of the background or the layout of the platform. I know they've just recently finalized the units. They'll be in the catwalk, so we're in the works now of at least from a architectural standpoint on finalizing that, and then from there I'll be setting up my design for.
And are they still trying to get this stuff wrapped up by the end of the month?
I mean, that was the initial plan, but I don't know about how it is now, just because we're just kind of getting into it. I know today we do have a meeting with a client, Robert, or the guy who's been in charge of the project from Apple. So we'll find out more after today's meeting.
Okay, and then there's that miscellaneous LCCC sculpture. Did they finally come up with what they want to do for that? That's that added piece.
So I haven't heard from Joaquin yet when we're on when he needs that by, but I think I have the information I have. It's just he hasn't reached out yet when he plans on submitting.
It's not a big thing. So, and then I'm going to assume that Mercy San Juan, if you're focused on this stuff this month, I wouldn't be surprised that that comes back as far as plan review comments probably by the 1st of May, if not before. But I think hopefully you can get all the other stuff wrapped up before you worry about Mercy.
Yeah, and then I know we're for Tahoe Forest. We're just waiting on the East Cal from Siemens too. That hasn't come in yet.
Resubmitted, yeah.
Yeah. And then a couple of things for Rick that I know I need to sort out, but that's kind of on hold at the moment.
Yeah. So the CA on the Tahoe Forest won't probably start until about June, July. I don't know if they've been keeping you abreast, but my intention, Daryl, is that as time goes forward, and we start doing a lot of stuff, and there's also that NPC stuff that I did, that I'll probably have you be the go-to on the CA on that project for all the elements.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Okay, and then Michael, you're on the right-hand side here. Picture of the dog. Um,
Yep.
So you basically you helped out wrapping up the I think the wall stuff relative to the penetrations, and I think it's all good to go relative to
Yep, I sent that.
solutions.
Yep, I sent that to Daryl last week, so that's done.
Okay, and then do we get deliverables relative to submit to the city and everything else? Because we'll need to be able to prove, the 5% change or the 10% change or whatever it is, and whatnot.
If you want, I don't know when that's due. If you want me to, I'll put that on the top of the list. I've got the facade thing. I was sick last week, so just
Okay.
taking it, trying to recover back. I've got SRI where they've done another reconfiguration again here. So now they're not going to do the box in a box anymore. So basically, I've got to prove that everything can be attached to the ceiling, to the existing deck, basically, and whether the beams will take it. So
I thought we did. Well, I know we did lateral. So even I know you did that RAM analysis. So even the gravity is still a question mark in that too. That's the question.
Before they attached everything to. They only attached half of the stuff to the deck. Now they want to do all of it.
Huh. Okay.
Because they don't want. Well, the problem is they don't want to do any foundations, basically, because they have a 4-inch thick slab on grade, and they don't want to dig in there. So.
And that's interesting too, because I know that whoever their client is also had an issue about how it was being approached. So interesting, because it's kind of similar to what was produced. So interesting. Okay, and then how is it? Are you working with Gregory on that?
That's the next thing. I got to get a hold of him. I'm trying to wrap that up. So.
Okay. So I think those are the main things on your plate. Is obviously the SRI. Creating the deliverables for the openings, and then helping out on the I guess this Tech Mart. That's that damaged facade.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. If you could square away, the deliverables for the openings, and then Daryl, what are the all the deliverable dates? Because I know that we'll be talking about the plan review comments and how to address that, and then there was an interior package that was already submitted.
Yeah, we're squared away on at least from structural deliverable for both the interior package and the kitchen cafe. I know the CMOR things are not going to be submitted until after we get approved, I believe. We're just trying to get the permit.
So there's probably pressure on us to get that permit.
On that first, yeah, and then we don't have all the info yet at the moment for all of the overhead stuff anyway. So
okay. Well, kind of frustrating. So they're still, Michael, they're still picking on the voluntary upgrade, which we're saying that we weren't doing. So probably have to have a conversation with the plan review, or just to get it squared away. So okay.
Yeah.
Then go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. We should get a hold of Daryl. How's your interaction with Four Leaf? They're the plan reviewer. I don't know if you've had conversations with them yet or not. I haven't, so I wanted to ask you first.
No, we haven't yet.
Okay.
I'm almost done going through the comments, and then I'll have a discussion with Brent, and then from there I'll try to get a hold of the plan checker. But definitely would need your calcs, Michael, for the shear wall openings.
Yep.
That's also one of the comments there that we'll need to resolve.
Yep. When are you submitting that?
Well, from our meeting yesterday, how they're saying that 2 weeks from last Friday, so that's next week, the 21st. I think that's their plan, but then again, there are other disciplines involved, just depending on how they're doing on resolving all of those.
Okay, thanks for that, Daryl. I appreciate that.
Okay, so the last one is drafting need. So So Chris, you're back. You know, you helped out on that operable partition stuff. Do you have stuff on your plate, and then are you communicating with again with Jennifer about what needs to be done? So what's your situation now as far as drafting?
This week I'm open. Since I got back, I haven't got in touch with Jennifer. As soon as I got back, but I will try to get a hold of her. But I think they're pretty light too, so I'm trying to anticipate to ask them
Well, always ask, you know, and so does anybody, you know, go, Jeffrey, I'm assuming you don't have anything, you know, Daryl, nothing as far as red lines, and then Michael, nothing as far as red lines on your
Not yet, no.
Okay, and then Ethan, I think with your project, you're still kind of coordinating with the Minneapolis, you know, to get whatever things you would need to get done. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, but yeah, I wouldn't hesitate to reach out to Jennifer, Chris. I mean, I think, yeah, there could be work out there that needs some help.
It sounds good. I'll get a hold of her.
Okay, and then Chris, I'll give you a call a bit later on too about the standards, because what we're trying to do is, you know, do kind of like the same sheets that we've been doing. I loaded it up on the O drive, but we're going to want to probably start doing. They have a starter set, and basically, I think what we want to do is have our own California ones with that CA extension, like they do for the architectural, and so maybe there's some efforts to pull that together.
Sounds good. Well, I'll wait for a call, and I'll be in the office tomorrow as well.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, does anybody have anything else before we take off?
I just wanted to that USC project Brent you already mentioned, but that I think there's a kickoff meeting on the 17th for that to start. But I think it'll be a slow structural start.
Yeah,
Jeffrey has the invite to that.
Yeah, you know, and Ethan, I mean, I put that thing together, but I'm assuming still this is like some, you know, only a handful of equipment that they need, and it's not, you know, too clear about having too much other stuff. And I haven't talked to Kim Stone in a while, and then last year I gave a couple of, I'll call it semi-larger, you know, proposals for some projects. And when I talked to her earlier in the year, at least those didn't they were on hold. It wasn't that we didn't get them; it was more that they were on hold, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so I should probably call up Kim Stone just to check.
Yeah, okay. And then the other one I wanted to mention was the San Marcos, USAHS San Marcos project. It's been like holding on start for like a month now or more. And I think Kevin was planning to pick that up, depending on my schedule when it started up. So
yeah, that was the one that and again, either Kevin and again, you know, Jeffrey, because I'm thinking that if it's down in Southern California, you know, we could be more like the backup, you know. But I think the ideal is that I think that I'd like to have ultimately both you and Jeffrey handle most of the stuff that's happening in the Southern California, and I know that he's still wrapping up that San Diego project, you know, that we did, and that's in CA right now. So.
Yeah. All right, that sounds good. I don't want to overload Jeffrey.
I want to overload Jeffrey.
Okay. That sounds good. Jeffrey, I'll set you up with the San Marcos stuff too. Just again, I think that's going to be a slow structural start, and it's probably not too dissimilar from USC in terms of scope and that type of stuff.
Are you in the meeting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then by chance did you talk to Herbert about that proposal for all the seismic evaluations?
No, I haven't connected with him. He hasn't been in the office. He was I haven't seen him around.
Okay.
When the door unlocks, I'll open it. Okay.
Herbert or Kevin Donahue, just to check out of curiosity. Okay, I think that's it.
Sounds good.
Okay, bye guys.
See you guys later.
See you later. Okay, I'm